Hi, my name is Shik, and I'm heading the strategy and business development at N11. And it's my honor to be here on stage in such a nice weather and talk to you about our vision and our future plans, especially in the cross-border trading. Doesn't work? Okay. Before I talk about our cross-border trading in detail, I would like to kind of recap of what we have been done as of now at N11. Since our start in 2013, during a period of 4.5 years, we have been growing very fast. Our CAGR at 60% and accumulated trade volume, a GMV of about 6.2 billion TL, which is roughly accumulated same as $2 billion US dollar. And I think we did a very rapid and growth transactions. But this was not possible. This was only possible because of our well-established ecosystem that we have been established as of now. So since N11.com is a platform, marketplace, we have been working together with the business partners. We call the SMEs business partners. Right now, more than 80,000 SMEs are integrated on our platform, and they are offering more than about 13 million products. We have a member of more than 11 million members, and they are coming every day to our platform and doing a lot of transactions. In terms of the logistics, we are integrated with 7 of the major delivery companies, which makes it possible to deliver all the goods within 1 or 2, in the past 2 years, to any location in Turkey. And also, we are fully integrated with 6 major banks who offer on average about 3.6 months of installments. So because due to this kind of ecosystem, we were able to increase and grow very rapidly, which can be seen also from the number of daily transactions that we have been growing from last year, more than 60%. Because of this ecosystem and also because of this trade volume, we contributed a lot to Turkish economy, especially because of the overall more than 2 billion type of GMV. We were able to pay about 760 million TL or 280 million US dollar as a VAT tax. And also, not only that, we tried to foster the regional SMEs as well. If you can see on the map, about 50% we have our SMEs in the Marmara region, but the other 50%, we put a lot of efforts to identify and to cultivate and grow the SMEs in other regions, so that we can have a balanced approach, and also we can have a balanced approach of the regional development, not only in the Marmara regions. And we try to continue this kind of development because we see a lot of potentials in the market. I mean, some former colleagues have spoken and declared about also the potentials of the Turkish economy, especially in e-commerce. Since we can see Turkish has a very young population, 42% younger than under 25 years old. Low e-commerce penetration compared to other European, which are 16 to 10%. Turkish is still under 3.6%, which means that's a huge upside potential. And also very high infrastructure. If you can see about the internet penetration rate, which has been, when I first started 5 years ago, it was less than 50%, but it is growing continuously. And now we have about 61% already. Smartphone penetration rate, 57%. And also credit card penetration rate, more than 70%. So overall, if you see about the demographic, if you see about the potential of the retail, and also if you see about the infrastructure, there's a huge potentials for further growth in the market. One of the key driver of this e-commerce we see as the SMEs. And it's not about N11 per se, but it's more about SMEs. I think that's why we put a lot of efforts and put a lot of focus on the SMEs. We try to foster the SMEs to be the backbone, we call it in that way, to be the backbone of Turkish economy. And we do this in two things, to boost up their sales in domestic. We call this empowerment of the SMEs by providing them with multiple tools and framework for them to sell their goods better. For example, like we provide e-commerce platforms or provide e-invoice, e-accounting, web hosting type of software developments for them so that any kind of those 2.5 million SMEs can whenever they want, sell their goods online better. Now, as a next step, we try to go further and try to connect the world with the SMEs. And by connecting the world is for the local SMEs to face with a more new market and acquire a new customer and therefore develop a new revenue stream. And this is the aim of this presentation today. We have been knowing that Turkish, not only the domestic demand is high, but also in terms of exports, there are a lot of very highly desired homegrown products. And here's the list about the top 5 or top 10 most exported goods. Textile, more than 18%. Home and electronics, 10%. Food and beverage, 9%. Chemicals, 8%. Consumer goods, 2%. Especially textile or food and beverage. These are items that not only are high listed on the export items, but also very high listed on our platform sales. So I think if we can enable to provide a platform or a way to export this kind of products, not only domestically, but also internationally, I think then the SMEs could be well off and also further continue to contribute to the Turkish economy. So because of that, we were in talks with many global players. Since half of our roots are in Asia, we've been talking with global companies, like in China, a big marketplace. And of course, since N11 is also half-based from Korea, we are talking with the Korean mother company, 11street.co.kr, in order to facilitate and integrate the platform so that our SMEs can cross-trade and also have access to the Asian market as well. But not only on Asia, but also on our adjacent countries, adjacent areas like Middle East and CIS. We are talking with companies to collaborate on the platforms, to collaborate on the way of how to facilitate SMEs exporting the goods in Middle East. And I think now is the time to think about those domestic countries, not only as a foreign country, but also from a broader perspective, regard them as kind of a domestic market itself in order to facilitate more and more export volumes. If we are enabling to participate and to build an infrastructure of enabling the total of 2.5 million, more than 2.5 million SMEs, not only into domestic market, but also to overseas, I think our plan is to build a new CBT platform, and within the next 5 years, we plan to become another N11 platform in 5 years, which means that from now on until the next 5 years, accumulated GMV creation of roughly $2 billion could be also possible. So not only for the domestic, but also for the international expansion. If we have that together, then I think for the SMEs it would be a very, very good and lucrative and way to expand the business as well. And we hope that N11 could be the facilitator and be a business partner for the SMEs in the future. That was all I had, and I hope that during today's and tomorrow's conference, we can have a lot of discussions around this vision. I saw a lot of potential business partners today, and we also have a booth here. So whenever there's any questions, I would appreciate any kind of inquiries and potential collaboration discussions until tomorrow. Thank you very much.